Episode 124, We the Minority Rant. I'm going to do something a little different today. I want to read you guys a story of The Emperor Has No Clothes. If you've never heard it before, it might be a good listen for you. But I want to talk about us, the minorities, about the importance, the significance. I've done a lot of thought lately. I don't watch the news. For instance, the sun's coming up. For those of you who are watching, I'm at a hotel room sitting in my truck in the parking lot because it's the most quietest place for me to be. There is a huge fire going on here in Yorba Linda, California. I'm looking at it right now. There's just ashes. You could smell the fire. This is insane. There was crazy winds yesterday. But we the minority, I want to get you guys up and running, especially those who are feeling really down on themselves. I guess the news, which I don't know what to believe. I don't really watch. It disgusts me. That's why I kind of don't know what's going on with this fire right now, but I can just see smoke everywhere. Must be pretty big, but a lot of people are suffering with themselves and as humanity in general. I guess what I'm talking about is this COVID-19 thing. There's a lot of depression, a lot of loneliness and things like that. And I think that we've lost our way a long time ago, way before this whole COVID thing hit. And we're all wearing clothes. Well, we'll get into the story. I don't want to spoil it. But there's a lot of shit going on right now that a lot of people just ain't calling out, haven't called out. And it's become to the point now where we, the minority, are some of the few that could actually see most of the things that are going on. But most people are scared to speak out. But now we have this tragedy where a lot of people can't even be alone. They don't even know themselves. They can't be alone. They're terrified. And the worst thing I can think of is taking yourself out for reasons that are completely stupid. So I felt like it's very important that I want to get this show off. So let's start with that. This is a Potty Mouth podcast, by the way. So there's a lot of, I get very passionate. And it's done in my F350. But today, the sound quality, is so nice. I'm not driving. I got up extra early because I was just kind of pumped for this episode before I go to work. I'm in Los Angeles away from my family. So enough talk. Welcome to another edition of Up and In It. I'm your host, Adrian Babashoff. And if you're new here, welcome as well. And if you're wondering what this show is about, it's entirely dedicated to improving quality of life for both people and for the planet. Very important shit. Exploring alternatives to the daily grind to liberation and independence. Set you free. Moving you from surviving to thriving. And I don't know why I put this in there. Living life raw. It just seems like it's a raw steak or just raw shit. Raw stuff. Like it's uncooked. You do with what you want with it. Eat it raw like a fucking caveman, or, just have it your way. What is it? I don't even know what that is. A McDonald's slogan or some shit. Anyways, all right, let's get into it. The minority rant. A lot of us think of things, we're different and creative. And I think that if you look at statistics, and you don't really need statistics and mathematics, just go out there and look at painters and movie stars and things like that. And what made these people so great? Inventors. Right now we got people like Elon Musk and stuff doing things that people never even heard of or that they just dreamed of. What propels somebody to do something like that? They're very creative. Also, the ideas come from these people not only just believing in themselves, but thinking different. We, the minority, nowhere near saying that I'm one of these people. I'm probably one of the most dumbest fucking apes on the planet. I'm an orangutan, I like to call it. I'm 6'4". I'm lanky and long with this. I look like a human fucking paraquat. It's embarrassing, man. I got to do some more exercises. Get in your 40s, guys, probably you women too, we just start packing it on, huh? You just look at a jelly donut and it's like, bam! You might as well just slap it on the end of your ass. But yeah, a lot of us see things in different ways, and I think a lot of us aren't scared. And I think that a lot of these people who have done great things, at least so we're told the story, is that they're off by themselves. They need to be by themselves. I'm an inventor of such too, and I'll speak of some things that I've been doing that's against the grain, completely against the grain. It shouldn't work. It's working. Creativity. And which brings me into my next one is asking questions, always asking questions. I want to talk to you guys about this little sentence that I said here, always asking questions. So I guess I'm an irritating asshole sometimes. Well, probably not sometimes. People that know me would probably say, no, he's irritating all the fucking time. But you're always pointing out the elephant in the room, right? Because it seems like there's in our story of today, the emperor has no clothes is going to lead up to that. I want to say hello to Scrappin' Dude. Yeah, dude, I'll get on your show. No problems, dude. No worries. But you asked me a question of like, how did I figure out how to do mini retirements and kind of this lifestyle design that I live? And it comes to that point where you're always asking questions. You look and you go, this doesn't seem right. You know, when I speak about this a lot, you look at people who are retiring or retired, and you're like, cool, the person is retired. They made their money. They got everything they want. And not all of them, but the majority I look at, sicker than shit, on lots of pills. They look like shit, right? Not all of them. Again, not all of them. But do they look like these fit people who are able to climb a mountain, or, you know, not even, you don't have to climb a mountain. I guess I'm getting extreme. You know, let's pump the brakes here, self. Jesus Christ, calm it down. But just people who are enjoying life, who are happy. You can see in people's faces, there's the lights in their eyes. They're very excited about what they're doing. And they basically, their bodies look healthy. That's what I want it all. I want to be able to, actually extreme. I want to be able to hike up mountains and things like that without a vertebrae falling out, you know, farting out of my ass. I want to be fit. I want to be more knowledgeable. And the thing I want to get to, I guess, is by looking at these people, a lot of them still suffer from anxiety, depression, and a lot of them are like trained dogs. They work so hard, and bless their souls. I believe in hard work. I believe in making money and everything, but I do not believe that it should take you to the extent where your body's completely crumbled up and looks like a piece of foil after a smokehouse barbecue, you know, cast aside. It just shouldn't look that way, especially the kneecaps. I got a weird thing with elbows and kneecaps. It's like the skin just looks like it's just, yeah. So anyway, we always ask questions. We're always looking. And if we don't ask questions, and we completely, we lose the point. We miss the ball. We can't just assume that everything is in its perfect place. It doesn't work that way in nature. We learn a lot. I've done some podcasts on that of lessons from nature. And one of the things I could say here is that not everything works for every environment. Vitamins, I would say that we can look at for people. Drugs, alcohol, food. Some people have food allergies. I think even psychological or your mental, to get your perceptions and everything intact. There's different strokes for different folks, right? We all could use different things. Sometimes we need different things. So I'll leave you with like one of the questions that I looked at was eating a lot of vitamins, right? It's a question I have. Well, and everybody says it, and this is very interesting. It happens with the self too. Remember, for those of you who follow me a lot, for myself, one of the powerful things that I've learned from myself is to stop externalizing all the questions or the pointing the finger of. Yes, there is problems, and I solidify that people, and some people in my life have been problems, and I got rid of them. But now it comes down to you. What problems do you have? You know, when it comes down to the biggest part of it, you are actually the problem more than anything else, because you've got this internally, right? And you have this dialogue that happens that you've picked up shit from along the way and you have no idea, and you conform to it and you also support it. As the one I'm going to say right now, taking too many vitamins is expensive urine. You're just pissing them all out. Really? Who said that? Who? Where? Why? Did anybody research it? Did anybody look it up? Well, I happened to look at a few. And what I've learned to make it simple is that the excretion of your urine is actually completely comes from your kidneys. Your kidneys are cleaning out your blood. Whatever's taken out of there is this liquid, if I have it correct. So if you're eating vitamins, and as some of these people say, I like to follow Andrew Saul. You guys should check him out, Mega Vitamin Man. He's not selling anything. Neither am I. I'm not selling anything on the show. In fact, I'm paying to be here, but I love it so much. That's why I'm here as much as possible. So there's no sales. There's no nothing. Why would you not consider what I'm saying? To look into it for yourself. So as he says, your body will absorb all the vitamin C, all the nutrients, everything it needs. If you actually test the urine, in contrast to popular belief, we'd rather sell you pharmaceuticals than sell you vitamins, because really you can't make that much money on vitamins. So he says if you test it, some people, as I just said earlier, they'll take 15,000 milligrams of vitamin C and it's still not enough. The body's absorbing all of it. That means the body needs some. Now it does come to truth when the body does pee out the vitamins. It means that your body is at full saturation level, or that your body's got everything it needs. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. The body, mysteriously, nature knows what the fuck to do. You can trust in your intuition. Whoa, there's a big one. And you can listen to your body, and it has everything. It's smarter than you are. We are trillions of cells operating in different, just by the pineal gland, by our attention. As they say, all these cells, if you separate from your body, would become different things. But they're all, your body is made up of, I think it's something like 3.2 trillion cells or something like that. And they're all operating under a frequency. And you take them separated, and some will put them in different environments that will become different things: bone, fat, proteins. So isn't that interesting? The body just already knows. We know. We are already equipped with everything we need. We don't need to suffer. We don't need to do all these monkey things. This is ridiculous. Anyway, so moving forward, we, the minority, we always find a way. There's nobody over there holding Elon Musk's hands. I know I mention him a lot, but he just trips me the fuck out, man. The guy's just crazy. And a lot of people before him, but I just use him because he's probably the most familiar with people. Although the work of Gandhi and Martin Luther King, all those kind of, does anybody even know the story? Probably not. Dead, gone, off, we're off with more important things. Those people get forgotten. If not, you just know, yeah, I know the name. I didn't know he marched for peace to go get salt from the ocean against the government's will. No, you can't get your own salt. Oh yeah, fuck you. Well, watch this. I'll put my diaper around my head, grabbing a staff, and I'm going out, and I'm going to get my own salt. My people are going with me. You can hit us with sticks, and we won't even fight you. You can just knock us down by the millions, but we will keep coming. We will find a way. Gandhi. Powerful shit. We always find a way, guys. Let me give you guys some examples so you guys get an idea. I'm not completely full of shit. So I was coring these walls out, right? It's a job I'm doing a few weeks ago. And the first one I cored out, and I had to go through concrete, about a foot of concrete, and I couldn't really get it. It took a man with a lot more intelligence than me. I know how to patch holes in things, but I don't know how to make holes. But yeah, so I'm coring through this wall. I'm in roofing construction, for those of you who don't know. And what I figured out was you've got to have this diamond blade, right? It's like a round cylinder that goes through a foot of concrete, and you got to hold it on a big giant drill. It needs water to keep the blades from heating up and keeping them lubricated. So all this water's coming in, I'm drilling through a roof. Well, what's happening? A certain portion of that water would get underneath the roof and start to leak on this building, which has multi-million-dollar machinery underneath it. Not good, no bueno. So I came up with a solution to, why don't I put a bunch of sealants on that wall, cut out, so it's basically concrete, right? And there's a roofing membrane. I know it's probably hard for some of you guys to follow, so I try to make it as simple as possible. So what I did is cut the entire membrane away from the roof, put a bunch of sealants directly to the concrete, so that when the metal bit starts to cut through to core, it has to go through these